There is a section reproductive system. Now, what includes in the female reproductive system? The female reproductive system consists of a pair of ovaries where ovum is released. You see, ovaries. Now, a pair of oviducts, the fallopian tube, that is oviducts, that includes fimbria, which is a part of infundibulum, and then the ampulla, and then the. So this was the fallopian tube, that is also the oviducts. Now the uterus. The uterus, you see, uterus having the uterine cavity, uterus where implantation takes place. Then the cervix, you see, cervix, and then the vagina. Between the cervix and vagina is a cervical canal and the external genitalia. That includes the mons pubis and all that. Mons pubis, labia majora, labia minora, clitoris, and hymen. So these are the external genitalia of female reproductive system. Now, also they possess the mammary glands. So these are the female reproductive system. So let's take a quick recap. The female reproductive system consists of ovaries, a pair of ovaries, that is 2 ovaries, a pair of oviduct, that is 2 fallopian tubes, a uterus between the 2 fallopian tubes, and cervix. After that, the vagina and the external genitalia. So let's see the where was this female reproductive system parts. You see the fallopian tube, you see the infundibulum. Now infundibulum has the finger like, you see the finger like projection. This is the fimbria. Now the function of this fimbria is important, which help in the collection of the ovum after the ovulation, right? After that you see the ampulla. Now ampulla is the region where the ovum and sperm simultaneously meet and fertilization takes place. Now this is the ampulla, which is a wide region. And infundibulum, remember that it's a funnel shape, right? It's a funnel shape. Then you see the narrow up before the ampulla is the isthmus. So fallopian tube is made of fimbria, which is a part of infundibulum, then ampulla, which is wider, and then the isthmus. Okay, so this was the fallopian tube, which is the pair of oviduct, which is a part of female reproductive system. You see the uterus where the implantation takes place, cervix. After the between the cervix and vagina is a cervical canal. Okay, and birth canal forms by the cervical canal and vagina. So these are the things included in the female reproductive system. Now, what about the male reproductive system? Important. We talked female reproductive system. Now, the male reproductive system. What is made up of? Now, this includes a pair of testes. Now, testes. You see, the testes where the semen formation takes place. The testes important. Then the accessory ducts. Okay, the accessory ducts. Then the glands, and then the external genitalia. Now we will discuss each of them. So testes, a pair of testes, right, presents inside the scrotum. Now accessory ducts. So let's talk about the accessory ducts. The male sex accessory ducts, right? It includes the rete testes. So starting from the rete testes, then vas efferentia, then epididymis, and then the vas deferens. Now, see in the diagram, where is the position of testes? You see, rete testes. Now inside the testes, you see, outside the scrotum, then testes. Look at this diagram. Okay, 2.1b. So in the testes, there is a testicular lobules. Okay, after that there is a rete testis. Okay, now then the vasa efferentia. E means exit. You can remember as rete testis, vasa efferentia, exit from rete testis. So vasa efferentia, right? Then at the top of end, you see, at the top of end there is epididymis, and its position is posterior. So posterior, you see, posterior surface of the each. Okay, so testicular lobules, then the rete testis, then vasa, and then the epididymis, right? Now leaving from the epididymis, it leads to the vas deferens. You see, this is the vas deferens. You see, it's going above, like vas deferens. Okay, now vas deferens. So this was the male sex accessory ducts, which includes the rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, and the vas deferens. Now starting from the seminiferous tubules, which is a part of testicular lobule, which is a part of testes, which is a male reproductive system. Now talking about the glands. Now talking about the glands, the male. So we have discussed the male accessory ducts. Now we are going to discuss the male accessory glands, which include paired seminal vesicles. So seminal vesicles, which is a paired, so paired seminal vesicles, then a postate. Remember that postate is not paired; it's a right, a single prostate, and then the paired bulbourethral glands. Now see their functions. Okay, the bulbourethral glands function is the secretion of bulbourethral glands helps in the lubrication of the penis, right? It makes slippery kind of thing, right? Now what is seminal vesicles? Okay, now all these secretions like seminal vesicles, prostate, and these two, seminal vesicles and prostate, these secretions from these glands constitute the seminal plasma. Now, what is seminal plasma? This rich in fructose, which is a sugar, calcium, and certain enzymes. Now, this seminal plasma. So, you see, semen. Semen is made up of sperm, which is a genetic material which is required for the fertilization, which is important, and then the seminal plasma. So, seminal plasma, it's kind of cytoplasm. So, okay, so semen is made of sperm and seminal plasma, and this seminal plasma is found from these glands. Their secretion is important, like seminal vesicles and a prostate. So bulbourethral glands, which helps in the lubrication of the penis, right? Now then the okay, so this was it. So this was the male accessory glands. Now talking about the external genitalia. So external genitalia of the male. So penis is the male external genitalia. Okay, and above that it's a foreskin. So foreskin that covers the glans penis part of the penis. So this was the male reproductive system. So we have discussed the female reproductive system and then the male reproductive system. So another quick recap for this, like reproductive system is consist of a pair of testes and then and along with the accessory ducts, uh, which includes the radial testes, vas efferentia, epididymis, and vas deferens, and then the glands, male male reproductive glands, which includes a paired seminal vesicles, then a prostate and bulbourethral glands, and then the external genitalia, which is a penis, which covers by the foreskin over the glans penis. So this was it.